Hello, everyone. I've been saying for a while now to myself, to my friends, and here and everywhere that I feel like the season ahead is a revolution. Perhaps it's because we're actually going to have Pluto stably in Aquarius. Maybe it's because there's so much potential for good things to come into the world and start bringing conflicts and bringing things to positive conclusions. That's my prayer. Maybe it's because of both of those things and also so much more. It just feels that way. And a lot of you have been saying, I feel the same way. I feel like it's time for this revolution. I feel like it's time for a change. And this Aquarius full supermoon on Monday is the opening to this massive change. It is wild. It is a supermoon where just about all the planets are involved. Every single planet is pretty much involved in some way and in a powerful way. Two big squares, lots of energy happening, lots of let's just say culmination energy where things are coming to a point where it's like, it's time now to go. It's time to say yes. It's time to choose. It's time to declutter whatever message you're getting. It's very definitive and it's a super moon. So it's even more intense than a full moon. So there's a lot here. Before we get into eclipse season, this is almost like the prelude to the eclipses, is get ready for a massive revolution. Now, every single full moon asks all of us to release tension, to release stress, to release things that have been in the way, to declutter, to take away the obstacles. And so that in itself can be a revolution when you remove all of this stuff from your life. But to take it to the next level, here with Aquarius, this is about being you, being 100% you, being fully self-expressed and being very clear with all this energy, all this change making, all this shifting happening, being very clear about what you want. So what is it that you want? If you had 3 wishes for the end of the year, what do you want for you? What are those things? Maybe for your home, maybe for your career, maybe for you personally, maybe all of the above, maybe for your family and friends. What do you want? So get very, very clear about what you want and don't worry too much about trying to micromanage the process of how you're going to make it happen. In fact, and we're going to talk about this in a minute, this is a time to make the impossible possible. So don't worry about whether or not you think it's realistic. Don't worry about whether or not it seems like within the realm of possibility. Everything's possible. Some things may take more time. Some things may be easier than others, but everything is possible. So get clear on what you want. With all this energy in the air, we want to make sure that we're taking this energy and using it for the greater good. So now is a wonderful time. It's retrogrades for many planets. It's a wonderful time of year to, before we get back to school time and all of this stuff, to channel energy, all this extra energy, anything that feels frantic or you feel like you're really hopped up or you don't know why, you just have all this energy, you don't know what to do with it. Take your energy and channel it into action, channel it into motion, channel it into ways to get more calm. So it could be that you start walking. I have now developed my non-negotiable 10K steps a day situation that I've been trying to do forever. Have any of you done that? It takes so long. But I've noticed that now that I am playing this game with myself, I check my steps. I only have 188 so far today. So I've got a lot of walking to do today. But I know I'm going to fit that in because that's a priority. Make this a priority where you're going to channel your energy, staying in motion instead of overthinking. So let's talk about this idea because it's so important right now and really always. thinking is only good for short periods of time. And what I mean is when you get stuck in your head overthinking, you start to cut off. It's almost like all the energy goes here and you cut off your connection, your grounding. You cut off this sense of being fully embodied. And when you get up in here, yes, it's really great to use your brilliant mind. But when you stay here and things start spinning and you start thinking of something else. And then next thing you know, you've thought your way into a whole different direction, and then more thinking. And then you just don't want to do anything. And I don't blame you. I don't blame me when this happens. It's overwhelming. And so if you find that you've been spending a lot of time thinking and contemplating, instead, see if you can channel that into action. So it might be journaling, getting the ideas out of your head. It might be walking. It might be any kind of workout. It can be any practice that helps you to get calm, that helps you to bring both sides of your energy together, calm, grounded, focused, where you feel you. Remember, Aquarius is you. This is like the declaration of you. This is the emergence of more of you, unbound by limitations. And so taking your energy out of your head, out of sort of a frantic state, if you feel it, or in any way, shape, or form, if you feel like you've been waiting, and moving into action. Just getting into these practices of keeping energy in flow. In Feng Shui, when energy's flowing, you get abundance. When energy's not flowing, you get stagnation. When you get stagnation, you feel blocked. And then everyone says, I have these blocks, they don't go away. The fastest way to make blocks go away is to take this energy out of your head and bring it through your body and move with it, use it, do something with it. That's how things start to move. They don't move by thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. I have never heard of anyone thinking themselves into a breakthrough. I have only heard of people taking an inspiration and maybe thoughts and then using that energy and taking action. And that's what this time is all about. Now, again, this is a super full moon. And so it's super release, super letting go. So look around your house and start letting go of things that don't feel like you, that don't look like you, that don't resonate with you. So start arranging things around you to feel more you. What does that look like? We want to elevate creativity, elevate self-expression, and really focus on things feeling more like you. So you might have art that you don't really like anymore. You might have pillows you don't like, couch you don't like. You don't have to get rid of all of it, but start making notes of it. These are the things I'm going to change. These are where I'm going to focus. Notice if certain things just don't resonate with you anymore and you just go, I got to change this right now. And when you start making these changes, and it could be in a closet, you don't want to see it anymore the way that it looks, you're going to start rearranging things to feel more like you step by step. Now, a big thing for the supermoon always, if you want to have more of you emerge, is to dump more clutter. Dump more clutter, dump more clutter, dump more clutter. So I had to talk to a few friends. I'm really working on this because people share, I know people probably do it with you too, share news stories and share links on social media with you about things in the news and things in world events and all this stuff. And it's great because you have a dialogue, you stay in touch, you're working through things together. But I want to get off of that stuff. That's what I'm decluttering from my life right now so that I can really focus for the next 2 months. And so while I want to stay informed, I don't want to take in this type of information all day long. So I've been telling my friends one by one, I am quitting this for 2 months. So, unless I tell you otherwise, you don't need to send me any news. You could send me other fun things, but I just want to stay focused. And that was one step to starting to really take my decision seriously. And this is the thing. How can you declutter your life of something that's been present, active in your life you don't want anymore. It could be getting into your pantry going, why do I have all of this, all of these sweet snacks when I'm not supposed to be having sugar? Maybe I can give them to a friend that has no problems with sugar. Whatever it is, take it out of your space if it is not serving you. And again, if you have bigger things to declutter, bigger things to do, you have time. But allow this supermoon to inspire you to a higher level of clutter clearing. Now, the most fun about this big full supermoon is that it is wildly self-empowering. But this self-empowerment is not just confidence. Oftentimes you hear, oh, self-empowerment, and you think it's like a confidence quote, and it's like self-empowerment, and that's part of it. Having confidence, believing in yourself. But the big piece of self-empowerment, at least how I use it in this Feng Shui work, is knowing your full power, knowing your potential beyond what is the ordinary, knowing that anything is possible. So one of the things that I invite you to challenge yourself to do, and you might want to think about what this is for you right now, is to challenge yourself to do what you once thought was impossible. What could that be? Is there anything that you've always wanted to do, but you're like, oh, that's impossible? And you say, forget it, I'm going for it. Challenge yourself to do the impossible. Again, you'll set off on the journey. It might take more time. It might not be instant, but it's this realm. When you're on that edge of genius, when you're pushing yourself to that edge of genius, that's where things really light up. That's where you see more of who you are. You see more of your genius, your talents, your resourcefulness. You see more of all of the delight and the magic and that feeling of intense purpose and that wild thing. Have you ever seen videos? People talk about videos of the moon landing and how collectively people were all watching the moon landing because it was this mesmerizing event that showed what was possible. However you think about the moon landing, the idea of it at the time was it showed what was possible, and it was this wildly captivating thing. And every day you can show yourself that more things are possible than you ever could get from society. Challenge limitations, challenge your own beliefs about yourself. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I'm just not good at this. I'm not a good public speaker. I'm not good at art. And decide, okay, I'm starting out off where I am and I'm going to learn this. I'm going to practice this. This isn't for no reason. Once you start breaking any assumption about yourself, once you start breaking through any limitation about yourself, you start breaking through more of them. And so start now. And if you find that lately you've been complaining or worrying or again in your head, take this time and say, you know what? No more of this. I'm going to take action. I'm allowed to complain when something's wrong, but then I have to take action and let life guide you to declutter in these ways that are going to clear the path for massive abundance. It's a massive harvest season. It's a massive revolution ahead. So if you've been feeling this energy of change, if you've been feeling like I've got to do something, I don't know what it is, now's the time to say, okay, I'm going to get more clear on my vision. I am going to channel my energy in positive ways. I'm going to stay more calm and grounded. I'm not going to get stuck in my head. And I am going to allow myself to really sink into this process of unfolding the next level. And if you do this, it's going to be tremendous. I've been working on this for months now, and I feel like it's really culminating. And so what are you going to declutter? How are you going to take these steps up? It is thrilling. I'm checking to see if there are any questions that y'all sent in. I don't see them for some reason. I don't know why. Usually I see them. It looks like they're there, but I can't see them. But thank you guys all for being here. If you have questions, comments, leave them below. If you're watching this on YouTube, please follow along, subscribe to the channel. So many people watch these, tell me how amazing they are, and share them with friends. And it means the world to me because this is work to use. I'm not just saying it to say it. I don't need to do these things unless they're useful. And it's wonderful to hear that they're having an impact. So if there's stuff that you want to learn about, videos you want me to make, let me know. And thank you for being here. Get ready. This is really exciting. Get ready. You might want to make a new vision board. You might want to get out your list of goals and go through it and really comb through it and decide what it is you want to focus on. But the time is now to harvest major abundance. And if you want to join us in the Feng Shui School, the Feng Shui School of Intention is now open for registration. And there's a link in the description box or above if you're watching this on Facebook to join us. And it's such an exciting thing to be able to share this work in all ways, to watch infinite possibility become real. And that's a big part of what we do here. So this is definitely a super moon of infinite possibility. I'm wishing you so much abundance, and I will see you very soon. Bye.